Well.
Necromancer.
Hello. A necromancer is like a taser, some kind of electric shock.
Speaking.
I'm Angellighttarot23. If you don't know me, I'm a clairvoyant medium. I do tarot readings and also talk to the spirits. I do collective readings, mostly. Sometimes I will feel like doing readings, just random readings. Sometimes I'll just feel like doing zodiac signs. Sometimes we'll focus specifically on divine masculine energies, which are within us all. Sometimes we'll focus on divine feminine energy. Separate the two and see why there's internal conflicts going on. You know what? Maybe we should do that.
Accident.
Again, because it's been a while since I did that. That's a topic that everybody has a problem with. When we separate the divine feminine energy and the divine masculine energy, it feels like it's boys versus girls. And doesn't that just sound immature?
Stay right here.
So, yeah. Immature situations have immature, broken outcomes, you know? We're all learning from each other. Our peers are always going to be our peers. No matter how old we get, we're always going to be testing each other. It's our inner children still poking around having fun. Right off the bat, we have Ace of Cups, emotional fulfillment. What's up, buddy? And then we have Two of Wands, indicating a divine partnership involving creative ideas and shared passions. And then we have
Meeting.
Creative messages being delivered. Oh, okay, last night, guys, before we move on, Spirit saying meeting again. In the middle of my reading, the things I was talking about, and they said we need to go have a meeting, it struck a nerve with me because I feel like there's people out there having meetings. I at one point assumed these people were having meetings that spirits were talking about. I thought they were having meetings and shit was getting situated and solved and straightened out and all that, because I was getting the signs from the universe. However, I wasn't seeing the results. And God then let me know that there's blockages when it comes to this. Like, we found the solutions. We know what it is. However,
You're very polite.
some people are standing in the way of putting these solutions in action, you know? What are we waiting for? A lot of people are thinking that. It's like we figure it out. We're getting ready to move forward, we feel like, energetically. Like inside, we feel like we're getting ready to take a step forward, and then certain people go back to step, like, one. with the situation. Like their brain reset and they forgot anything and everything that we talked about, and everybody's going to hush hush about the fact that we already found and talked about the solutions. These type of people are very frustrating. A lot of people will end up being in relationships with these people, and that's what ruins their relationship, is going round and round like that and feeling like you're never going to get anywhere with them. Because there's something about taking the proper steps and actions towards the goal or the vision for both people in the partnership. It's frustrating when one person is listening and understanding and taking the proper action, but the other one's just acting like they're fucking weighed down and can't take action. Like, what is it that's weighing them down? Yeah, that becomes unfulfilling. Because you have a vision or a goal to move forward, because there's discontentment or lack in the fulfillment area. So it doesn't make sense, if you guys are talking about it, what it is that makes you unhappy, and you would, or not even unhappy, what would make you feel more fulfilled. If you're not willing to take the steps towards that, then it's kind of like the end of things. Right, this is the end of the line for you, isn't it? I was hoping we were going to go farther than this, but I guess it is what it is, the end of the line. You know? Happens. So yeah, the universe has creative ways of bringing these people to anxiety by making them face their own problems that they need to face. It's an internal conflict or problem that they are having. When you've reached your end of the line when it comes to things with somebody, and imagine having a rope tied to them. In the situation, you can only go this far away from your partner before you start to feel the pull. Talking metaphorically. If it's a business situation, you got a business partner, you can't like move way ahead of your business partner. You got to keep them with you on shit. So this is the imaginary string I'm talking about.
He's a minor.
So you start to feel that pull. You're talking your business partner, and you're like, bro, we got a job to do. What are you doing? Why? Is there something wrong with your legs? You know? And then, whatever their excuse is, if you don't fucking like it, you're not going to be happy you're fucking partnered up with this motherfucker in business, right? And you're going to have to do something about that.
Begin.
We have some truth to why we're stuck in a situation from energetically moving forward, and it's somebody's feeling that pull. Who is dragging their feet? We got a Queen of Wands.
Sickness took me.
We got a Queen of Swords. We got a King of Pentacles. Thinking individually. There's a lot of options individually we can all take when it comes to the matters at hand that we are dealing with as one whole. That's what this reading is about. We got to focus on our personal passions. Focus on messages that people are showing you through their actions, through their words, through the things that they're doing that are inspiring. Let that be your indicator for what is your battle. Where is your purpose? You know, your purpose can have you spanning across many different places on Earth. Like, as a spiritual high priestess, when I go to talk to people about this, I could talk to anybody about this that's willing to listen. Because this pertains to us all as one humanity, really. To where if somebody else has a career that's plumbing, they're only going to be interesting to people who have issues with their plumbing. Or maybe are building a new bathroom or something. You know? So yeah, individually, our problems. See, we're talking about a massive problem, a way bigger picture. And that is, we're trying to think better, which is very hard. It's very hard for some people to change the way they think. So, this big-ass problem that we're all facing as one humanity, to why we feel like we're never gonna, like, elevate to, like, the future, like we see in movies. And it's because certain people are mentally blocked. We are only as strong as our weakest link. So we have to attack the problem little by little. We can do this starting from the bigger perspective that we're all in this together, the whole. There's different sections of the map here that have different problems. We're going to break that down. So that's already like breaking it down like a web for looking at the world map. All the different border lines and the separations. That's already a division of problems. Then there's different cities within each country. That's breaking the problem up even more now, isn't it?
Lily.
Then, when we get down to this little city, there's a bunch of different types of people living within each city. And they're carrying burdens of their problems stemming to their ancestral DNA. So if they migrated to a foreign country than where they were from, they might be surrounded by people who don't have the same ancestors and DNA. So over time, we've mixed up. This is why all of our spirit guides, like you have no idea what kind of spirit guides you have. We're all basically spiritual mutts, in a sense. So, then it breaks down to every person in a household. Within the community. It's a separation of passions and purposes. Two people living in a house who have issues with the dishes in the sink building up because neither one of them like to do the dishes. That's just a problem them two people are gonna have to face, because
Mortuary.
neither one of them are passionate about doing that shit. To where some people, they don't have dish problems because somebody in the house is passionate about doing that shit. It is kind of relaxing. I really don't mind it, but yeah, it's not my favorite thing to do. Some people love that shit because the water's nice and soapy and
Vengeful.
the hands are all soft afterwards. Like, they look to the positives. And that's how I get through any situation. Even if I don't like it, I'm looking for some kind of positive to get me through it. So this is what frustrates me. Down to my little individual space here, I'm trying my best to look to the positives through the ups and the downs, rolling with the motherfucking punches. And some motherfucker is going to come along and point out the negatives. You know? Feel me on that. What the fuck is their problem? We all know some of the things we have to do, we don't want to do adulting. But we're fucking pulling our fucking big girl and big boy panties up, and we're fucking doing it.
Fresh.
Who cares if somebody has a smile on their face while they fucking do it? It's work. Work is supposed to be somewhat like straining. I'm tired of people nitpicking apart people while they fucking work. Shut the fuck up. That's the little bullshit that we have minuted down to in order to solve the real problems, in order to elevate as one whole humanity. Boom. There you go, guys. Fucking Karens. And male Karens, whatever they are. There's even a dispute about that. I swear it started for me with Chad, and then it was Chaz, and then people were like, no, it's Kevin's. And then I'm like, I was like, fuck this. I've heard way too many male names for a male Karen. A male Karen is also a Karen because they acting like a bitch anyway. You gotta own.
Lead sprinkler.
You gotta own the room. Every room you're in, even if it's the fucking gas station, okay? That's how we're gonna get this problem solved. We got something's hot. Somebody else is sad. These unhateful, sad hoes. You can't tell anybody what's best for them. They didn't get that. They don't get that. They just love sucking dick for money. They don't have creative skills. That's a blessing. It's a blessing to have creative skills. Like creative thinking, creative writing, painting. Well, thank you. House of Games.
Photograph.
I like your name. We got something seems insignificant. Yes. See, hoes that love sucking dick for money are great. However, you don't always be looking for a hoe who wants to suck a dick for some money. You don't always have money for that, you know? That's when, you know, when you're not looking for that, and they keep coming around, they're calling. You walk into the Starbucks just to get a coffee in the morning, they're already in the corner looking all hot. Like, usually you'd be like, alright. But today you're like, no. So they need to learn when it's no. You're like, bitch, I don't really want to see you at the Starbucks.
Cheerfulness.
Today, I'm getting pissed off because you called my phone. I would tell you if I needed help with my morning wood. You know that. And they want to tell you to stay in your lane. They know you go to that Starbucks every morning, and they showed up at your Starbucks, and because you don't want a fucking dick sucking, and you don't have any money today, all of a sudden it flips around. You're following them. Capricorn. Somebody's a victim. It's connected to world issues and out of control. These fucking hoes that suck dick for money. I'm not telling you, man. I'm telling you. Somebody's in love. Behavior's kind of sus. Find your spirit in.
I was conjured.
You may have reached a milestone on your personal journey. The universe is praising you. Good job. Maybe somebody said no to one of these hoes. So when she did show up at the Starbucks and you said no, your ancestors that are Asian that you didn't even know you had were like, good job. Good job.
Cyanide.
The little dragon guy from Mulan. He heard all the clapping and he's like, what's going on? And they were like, he said no to that hole. And he was like, really? Damn, good for him.
Creativity.
Aw, Disco's coming. Come on, Disco. What's up, buddy? Yeah. Aw, he's rubbing on my knee. Aw, hi, baby. He's still a young cat. I've only had him for a few years. He came in the vent as a kitten. Like 2.
My home.
He's like in his prime. He hunts every day. Good job, buddy. You're so strong. Your fur's nice and soft and healthy. Yeah. You're a pretty kitty.
Crying.
Pretty boy. That's my pretty boy. Right?
Unity.
Oh, he's silly. He makes sure he keeps his fur all clean. Like, he's not like my mom's cats. My mom's cats gotta stay out there. I don't mind if they come in here and say hi, but they're not staying in here. Aw, thanks. I'm glad you think I'm funny. I like to make people laugh. I feel like laughter is the best medicine. Let's just not be so hard on ourselves out here, you know? Let's laugh at ourselves. And we can always laugh with each other. We're all the same kid we always were growing up. Just older. The issues change.
Katie.
We all just want to have fun at the end of the day, right? But in order to have fun, the universe has set it up that we have to do this, that, and this, and that other shit first. Like, work hard and then play later. Which you master and understand and all that shit over time.
Case.
I don't know why the fuck we're so hard on ourselves. Like, why is there so many rules when nobody even wants to follow them? Why have the men allowed so many rules to be put in place when they don't even like reading directions? They expect the women to understand what the fuck they meant when they put certain rules in place. And then they don't even take them seriously while they're trying to tell them how they wrote these rules and these regulations and whatnot. And they're telling them, fuck that. And they're like, well, what the fuck is the point of this? Why do you... Nothing makes sense. Nothing. I mean, things make sense, but only to a certain degree. It's like there's a line, and they cross it every time. They crossed it. I swear to God, when I was a kid, shit was way better. The 90s, that was the prime time. 2000s was alright. The early 2000s.
Do you have questions?
And then shit went downhill. Back in 2008, where I live in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, there was that major flood that affected our city. Like, they rebuilt, like, everything. But, yeah. It was around that time, I feel like, that things changed. I'm not even sure what it was. We have the Eight of Pentacles. I'm 34.
Spite.
Alright. Focusing to the details. We have visions, goals. Moving forward. Taking action from the heart. Taking action about things somebody's passionate
I enjoyed
about. What'd you enjoy? I feel like I have disco hair all over my face. We got 10 of Wands. That's heavy burdens. Sorry. We got 9 of Wands. So these heavy burdens that somebody's dealing with, or somebody's dealing with, it's because of
He will touch you.
No, they won't. There's people out here who are touching people, but they're not like actually like touching people. It's like they're playing with you. They're like fucking with you. Like you can feel it. Shit's off. And you have weird people approaching you. And it's whoever he is that likes to touch people.
Trees.
Is it trees? Jimmy. The obstacles of fuckery. We got somebody juggling multiple priorities in order to get through the illusions. Personally, like,
I protect this
somebody
place.
personally does not want to get caught up in whatever the fuck plot, plan, or scheme it is somebody has going on. So anyways, they're seeing their way around these people now that they're seeing what's happening with them. They're like still trying to get them caught up in the illusions, but they're avoiding it, which is good. I'm talking about a King of Pentacles. Venus brings energy of strong connection and union connected to love and beauty, may give you an urge to want to change your style. Feeling romantic, may stand alone. Praying for prey, friend dreams. 35 to 44. Somebody just wants to keep offering the same old dull options they have to offer that people... They're offering these same dull options to people that already said that's not what they're interested in.
When?
Oh, when I tried to offer that to you. I don't remember that. We have a tower moment. Somebody's like, yeah, right, whatever. Fuck out of here. They're tired of seeing them. Tired of these fucking dull-ass options because their brains are fucking capped out and they can't see what kind of options it is they are looking for and why they already have turned this or that down. It's not clicking. We have a Queen of Swords.
No, I won't.
Being left out from something. Left to wonder what's really going on. I feel like there's some kind of betrayal going on. It's in the way people move, the way they are. It's in their being. Like, one day you could be working with someone or being friends with someone, whatever, and they have an energy about them, like they are your friend. But then, when they do something betraying, the next time you see them, they're kind of standoffish. When you say certain things, they're kind of like,
Now.
And it's just like, what changed? And usually it is, they are telling on them, their body language is telling on themselves that they're trying not to be too attached. They want to choose ignorance. They want ignorance to be bliss. However, it ends up being harder to have bliss within the ignorance when you're crossing certain lines and living dangerously, you know? So, somebody's reading the signs in somebody's body language that they're not really there for their best interests.
Sarah.
We have the Hierophant stepping in. Like somebody's ancestors are stepping up and calling in people to help when it comes to a problem. Because this King of Pentacles is trying to see his way out of these illusions, and in order to protect his ass, his ancestors are going to have to whoop some ass,
follow
pull
your
some
dreams,
strings, reroute some things. There's a lot of communication about this. Yeah, it's once. A lot of communication. Bye, tickles. Creative messages. These creative messages that somebody is communicating, or multiple people are communicating amongst each other about, it's making somebody already feel like they got these 10 swords of truth within them, and that's why they're fucking their demeanor changes. Literally.
You are nice.
It's like they feel this. It's deep. Their brains cap out, man. They can't understand. No comprehende. We got divinely orchestrating. Need to find the real answer.
I'm upset.
Somebody's deranged. But somebody on another note, like, people are seeing how deranged these people are that somebody's been having to deal with, and they're like, oh my god. I couldn't see that the feats you were making when it comes to dealing with these people, but good fucking job. What the hell?
I worked here.
Some people are sleeping in the details. Still. But they're waking up. You know, I feel like when I get in that... I don't feel like I'm, like, completely tired yet. Although I do need to go to bed. My inner child don't like to go to bed. I like to go to bed when I'm tired. Anyway. Yeah, that yawning energy. It's like when you first wake up. You're just like yawning off that sleepy vibe. It's just like having a spiritual awakening. Sometimes, when people first wake up, they ain't happy. Especially when they have somebody that's poking at them and telling them to hurry up and do this and hurry up and do that.
We fight the darkness.
People like to wake up and have... They have their things they do in the morning before they're ready to handle shit, you know?
Please don't go now.
It's the same thing with a spiritual awakening. If you're pushing them along to deal with too many fucking things, they can get really, really offset. You have to allow people time to digest certain things. They can't stomach shit. Period. Alright. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. It's up! Let's go! Yeah, Spirit just said up. Like Cardi B.